Welcome EC3PA students. My name's Catherine Robertson, and I am the full-time business faculty here at the community college. A little about me so that you know who your professor is here at EC3. So some of you are new students, some of you are returning students, and welcome to all of you. So a little about me. Making a video about yourself is always challenging, right? Trying to think of the different things that might be pertinent for students. So let's see. So I got my MBA in 2005, and I have an undergrad in psychology from Penn State down in State College. So that is my career there. I went back in 2016 to start working on my doctorate. And I am in the dissertation phase of my doctorate, the coursework there, about 4 years worth of coursework, and then now working on that dissertation phase. So I'm in the midst of doing research and writing and resubmitting and having an editor, an advisor, and all sorts of things. So I'm closely connected with different colleagues, right, that are instructors, professors, peer reviewers, researchers, things like that. So higher ed is pretty much what I do at this point. My experience teaching, so you probably would like to know that. So here locally, I've got my first teaching gig when the markets were crashing, actually, in 2008, and we were having quite a few issues. So in 2008, I started at Mercyhurst. And at Mercyhurst, I taught financial markets. I taught, and that was a senior level class. I also taught some accounting, business math, statistics, anything pretty much related to business courses. And I taught at the Northeast campus as well as the main, and then at the Booker T. Washington Center. Let's see. So moving on from there in 2010, I got hired at Gannon to teach part-time. And I was doing portfolio management, investments. I was working with some real estate investors that were also, trying to grow their portfolios in that sense so that they were diversified, not just in the markets. Anyway, in 2010, I was pulled on at Gannon to redevelop a real estate investment course that hadn't been offered in 5 years. And so I started in at Gannon. And so that would have been 2010. So I continued to teach part-time at Mercyhurst through 2013, when our children were young and we relocated to Florida for a few years. At Gannon, I taught there in 2010, 11, 12. We relocated for a couple years in 2013 and 2014. In 2015, when I came back, I picked right up with Gannon and I was teaching almost a full-time load, but I was still part-time in 2015. And then 2016 is basically when I started thinking about my doctorate and working on my doctorate. So I have been really kind of involved in higher ed throughout that time and teaching courses. Courses I teach at Gannon or taught at Gannon. A lot of microeconomics, accounting. I taught some grad classes in the public administration, Master's of Public Administration, MBA classes, econ classes, research methods classes. Anyway, some of those different classes that I've taught. So here at EC3, I teach a lot of Business 101 and our fundamentals of entrepreneurship. And that SBDC, which is the Small Business Development Center, is actually housed, even though it's a state program and it's run out of Harrisburg, it's actually housed in the Gannon CBI building, which is at 9th and State. And that is a great resource for our classes. And so our classes, typically we will touch on that. That's a website you can always go to as well, the SBDC website. So that's a little about me. I was brought on a week before classes started when the school was new last year. So this is going into my second year. The online platform I've been an in-person teacher pretty much my entire career until coming here to EC3, which there are a lot of. It's just the way things are now after COVID, post-COVID. I taught all through COVID, I was at Gannon when Gannon shut down, and got students up and running with Zoom. And so I've been through the same things that you've been through at work, at school, and well, not exactly the same, but I can at least relate to how goofy things have been over the last few years. We're trying to get to some new normal, right, where we incorporate online and in-person modalities. So that being said, this I typically am on campus teaching. I am teaching online. I am available via Zoom if you would like to talk that way. FaceTime, if you make an appointment for Zoom, FaceTime, collaborate through Blackboard. We can meet and basically discuss things on campus by appointment. Typically, I'm on campus during the day, but if you needed an evening appointment, please reach out to me, C. Robertson at EC3PA.org. And my phone number, typically I won't answer because I keep my phone on silent, but 814-490-6473. And that will all be in emails that you receive. You can text me on there if you need anything relating to classes. Also, relative to advising, I know we are still trying to bring more advisors on board. Those of you that are in the business program or thinking about enrolling as a full-time student in our business program, you can reach out to me as well, and I will try to help you navigate what courses you need to take. I'm redeveloping the curriculum, so we'll be a little bit more dialed in. We met with a lot of local businesses and had a committee that helped us kind of hone in on the curriculum as we move forward. We are in the accreditation phase, so there is a lot of red tape that's happening right now, trying to get us accredited so we can change that ORG to an EDU, right? In the meantime, the campus resources are available. Most of you by now know, Dean of Student Services, Dr. Bowman, and Andrea, she's a great help. Clarissa, if you have student services or any type of resources that you might need locally or academically. We also have wonderful tutors on board in most of our courses. So if you need anything like that, reach out. And so I look forward to working with all of you this term. Some of you I've had before, so welcome back. I didn't scare you off the first time, right? So that's good news. And have a great semester. Talk to you soon.